Welcome. Think of n8n as a friendly robot that follows a recipe you design. Each step can look data, make a simple decision, and pass results to the next step. That recipe is called a workflow. Once built, it runs on its own, so you don't have to babysit it. This workflow is a daily safety check for backups. It does not run the backups. It reads the log files created by your backup jobs and looks for proof they ran. First, it checks if all expected logs for today are present in cloud storage. Second, it checks if the logs look healthy, with no errors or warnings. If something is wrong, it emails you, and for serious issues, it can open a GLPI ticket. Backups only help if they truly completed and completed correctly. This workflow treats each log like a receipt for the job. It asks, did we get today's receipt, and does it say everything was okay? That prevents silent failures from hiding until it is too late. Every morning at 09:30, the workflow wakes up on a schedule. It figures out today's UTC date and builds the folder path in Google Cloud Storage. It lists what logs exist in that path. In parallel, it fetches a config file from GitHub listing which logs should exist. It compares both lists and emails you if any logs are missing. If logs are present, it downloads each one and reads the content. A rule-based checker scans for start and end markers, return codes, and failure terms. If it finds problems, it sends a clear backup error email with key lines. An AI analyzer also reviews each log and returns a short JSON judgment. If the AI flags an actionable issue or medium plus severity, a GLPI ticket is opened. A trigger starts the workflow like an alarm clock set to 9:30 every day. A node is one step in the recipe, such as listing files or sending an email. Automation means these steps run in order without manual clicks. You design it once, and it keeps doing the work for you. An API is like a service window where you ask for something and get an answer. This workflow calls Google Cloud Storage to list and download logs. It calls GitHub to fetch the expected jobs file and Gmail to send emails. It also calls GLPI to create help desk tickets automatically. A loop processes a pile of items one by one so one bad file does not block others. Split in batches nodes do this, moving through logs safely and steadily. The config file sync.jobs.json in GitHub is your official daily checklist. If the checklist says 5 logs and only 4 appear, the workflow flags it. At a 9:30, the schedule trigger starts the workflow. Set context writes the basics: bucket name, host name, and today's UTC date. Set prefix uses those values to build the folder path for today's logs. It looks like sync logs, host, year, month, day with a trailing slash. That path becomes the target for today's checks. Get a list of objects asks Google Cloud Storage for everything under today's path. It returns one item per log, including names and metadata. In parallel, GitHub sync.jobs.json fetches the expected jobs file. Code decode sync.jobs.json converts it into plain JSON we can use. Bucket download log downloads each log from the earlier list. An exclude OneDrive logs check skips any file with OneDrive in the path. In loop 1, code parse log finds markers like start, summary, end, and key fields. It builds interesting lines and sets OK only if the run is complete, rsql 0, and no errors or warnings. If not OK or markers are missing, Gmail alert error emails a clear summary for that file. Change bucket, host, or schedule in set context and the trigger to match your setup. Edit sync.jobs.json in GitHub to add or remove jobs and fix any duplicate names it flags. Adjust the exclude rule for other log types or tweak the parser's markers in OK definition. Tune the ticket policy to be stricter or more relaxed, and swap GLI for another help desk via API. Each change is small and local, so your friendly robot keeps telling you the truth every morning. In loop 2, code binary text converts each log to UTF-8 text and keeps the file name. AI log analyzer returns clean JSON with AIOK severity, a short summary, and findings. Code ticket normalizes the response and applies policy rules for action. If AIOK is false or severity is medium or higher, it sets should ticket to true. When true, GLPI init session and GLPI create ticket open a ticket with a clear subject and body. Example 1, 5 jobs ran, but the website log is missing in today's folder. The compare StepSpot's website is absent and emails you a missing logs alert by name. Example 2, all logs exist, but projects shows permission denied and a non-zero return code. The parser emails an error summary, and the AI marks severity high and recommends actions. The decision step opens a GLPI ticket so the on-call person can investigate fast.